Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Honestly, I wasn't going to do a video today. But because my channel is growing due to you guys, I want to thank you all for that. And mostly because the trolls are coming at me more aggressively on each video, it has inspired me to try to do videos and deep in-depth research even more on the companies that I love, especially NIO. I found something about myself years ago. Most people, when their back is up against the wall, they crumble and they make excuses as to why they can't go on. Some people commit suicide. When I'm attacked or my back is up against the wall, I found that I become more inventive, more creative. I invest even harder and I say, more than ever, you can't stop me. This is my mentality, and I didn't realize that. And I think I got more prone towards this mindset as I got older due to the hard life that I had growing up. I saw in the Joe Rogan podcast, they said one time, hard times make strong men and weak times make soft men. So I grew up hard, I grew up rough, I grew up poor, and it has made me a strong person today. Now, some people grow up hard and poor and they fail, but you have to decide. But most people who grow up poor, they turn out to be rough and tough and strong. Just like I told you guys about Chamath Palihapitiya, a genius who grew up on welfare, came from Sri Lanka, grew up on welfare and became a billionaire by 38 years old. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get into this video, and I want to thank the trolls for motivating me. This video is going to give you guys some more conviction as NIO falls and other companies like SoFi, Lemonade that I spoke about are falling today again, even though these companies are proving themselves, even though Lemonade put out record profits, even though SoFi put out record profits, and their revenue is increasing and their business model is, and this is the key, listen to this very carefully, they have winning business models, just like NIO. Even though that is the case with these companies, their stock price are falling again. People are selling, short sellers, day traders are taking profits because they made huge runs when they put out their quarterly earnings. Now, NIO is trading at their 52-week low is $7. Their 52-week high is $16.18. It is trading at $7.29. It is down 17 cents this morning. But why am I rejoicing and happy? Because the last time NIO fell like a knife, I knew that this is going to be a monster corporation based on what they're doing. And wait till I give you guys this yummy information this morning. Some of it you all have already heard, but I'm sure they didn't go in depth as the way I'm going to go into this. I averaged down heavily and brought my average to $3.53. I did sell 1,000 shares at $60 some years ago to pay off one of my rental properties. One of the trolls said to me this morning, oh, I guess you wish you had sold when it was 60. And I said, yeah, buddy, I sold 1,000 shares to pay off one of my rental properties. I said, but thank you for being positive. Anyway, let's talk about this. I also hold, as a disclaimer, 2,260 shares at $3.53. And my son, and I hold 391 shares on the SoFi platform at $9.03. And bet your last dollar, if NIO hits $7 and start going under that, I will keep buying again for my son. But anyway, so let's just talk about the news first, and then I'm going to go more in depth. NIO came out yet again debating the North America entry. NIO is considering any kind of partnerships in North America, the company US CEO Ganesh Ayer said. His name is Ganesh Ayer, and he's of Indian origin. I think he is born and raised in India. Us Indians, we get it right sometimes. But anyway, guys, this guy is a genius. Wait till I tell you about him. NIO is still debating entering the North American market in 2025, Reuters said in a November 9th report, citing an executive at the Chinese electric vehicle EV maker speaking at the Reuters event, Automotive USA 2023 conference. NIO US CEO Ganesh Ayer said the company is considering any kind of partnerships in North America. Any kind of partnerships. So I want you all to listen very carefully to that. Remember, I said this before. Chuck Schumer and a delegate of bipartisan senators and congressmen recently went to China. I hope you guys are paying attention to this. Gavin Newsom just came back from China, says he wants Chinese EVs in California. And I want you all to understand what this guy is saying, Ganesh Ayer. He's saying any type of partnership. So that could even be with an automotive company here. It could even be with Ford or GM, which desperately needs technology like what NIO has. And they have the capital. Remember, we also have $4 billion on hand. NIO has $4 billion cash on hand right now. So I hope the trolls are listening to that. Anyway, NIO also needs to build infrastructure before bringing EVs to North America, Ayer said. So he's not talking about the factories, right? He's talking about points of where we can store these cars to distribute them, NIO houses, battery swap stations, which will be the game changer and the dominator. Remember I said that, guys, and some of you all already know this, like NIO San Francisco, triple level jack, Ted. A lot of you guys, my subscribers, know this. When we come here and we bust out them battery swap stations, we will dominate the landscape, because those Uber drivers that are using Tesla cheap Model 3 cars for a higher price will jump in our sub-brands and use that battery as a service, because their passengers wouldn't have to wait 20 minutes. They will only have to wait 3 minutes. So anyway, guys, I'm a little riled up, but it's good. It's all good. Trust me. NIO sees an immersive user experience as a differentiating factor. The user experience, and I spoke about this before. Customer service first. Everything else will follow. We already have the superior technology. According to a Reuters report, this was said by Ganesh Ayer. The brief report doesn't offer much more, but it's the second time in several days that a NIO executive has made is the second time in several days that a NIO executive has made rare comments about entering the North American market. So I'm not going to go into the whole shebang, the whole thing. This is on CNEV Post. But let me tell you guys, let me give you guys some more conviction and fuel for when the trolls come at us, so we can laugh at them. Who is Ganesh Ayer? See, I told you guys before, when you invest in a company, invest based on the CEO. Ganesh Ayer is the US CEO. He reports directly to William Lee. That's how high his position here is in the US. So why should I trust this guy? Why should I trust this guy, Ganesh Ayer? Well, one, because he's Indian and I'm Indian. No, I'm just kidding. Ganesh Ayer is the Chief Executive Officer of NIO in the US. He is a business-savvy technologist and digital ops executive with over 33 years of experience. Over 33 years of experience. Remember what Warren Buffett said. You look for a winning CEO. That's one of the check boxes. You look for a business model, a winning business model. NIO checked that box. You look for a product that's going to be in demand. NIO checks that box. And you give it time. The trolls don't understand that because they are part of the negative instant welfare gratification culture. And some of them are just shorts. But anyway, with over 33 years of experience delivering proven results in various industries, including smart EVs, autonomous tech, manufacturing, and telecom. He is the founder of iMyEye and is the founder and CEO of coolwinks.com. I forgot to Google what his net worth is, but I'm sure it's in the hundreds of millions. Vice President and IT former at Tesla. Built Tesla Global Digital Operating Systems. They're global digital operating systems. I want you all to understand how magnificent that is. Not just the operating systems in America, but the global, for when they went to China, for when they went into Europe. Okay. E-commerce, CRM, ERP, retail service operations, as well as point of sales. He used to report directly to Elon Musk. He also was executives in other huge companies and helped them become profitable. This guy is a genius. So now I want you all to listen very carefully to what I just said. He said any partnerships. This guy is a genius. Being around this long, you know he has a lot of connections. So it's just a matter of time for when NEO come here, whether it's 2025, whether it's late 2024, because now they're speeding up the process. And a lot of the trolls are coming out with all kinds of negative rhetoric as why they shouldn't come to America. They are crapping their pants because they understand when we flood the American market with them $21,000 sub-brand cars that will now probably carry the NEO logo, which will be a higher end car than the Model 3 but at a cheaper price. What do you guys think will happen? Let me tell you all something, man. When the stock price is falling and the sheep get fearful, I'm a lion. I feed. I get hungry. And this is how I make my money in the stock market, because I look at future projections. I don't look at what the company is just doing today. Do you think that Tesla was worth $500 the one time when it shot up to 500 or more? No, it was based on also on future projections. Now those future projections have changed because of companies like NEO and other Chinese EV companies that are taking over large market share. But we are going to dominate the landscape because of battery as a service and our superior technology, but mostly because of battery as a service and genius people like Ganesh, Ayer, who is in the network, in our network, for us to become millionaires and to greatly increase our portfolio. So I hope you guys, oh, and let me also say this. Remember when I was talking about lemonade and I told you guys keep your eyes on it. Look what they just did with their profits. Remember when I told you guys to keep your eyes on SoFi. Look at what they're doing with their profits. Forget that the stock price is falling just like NEO. Look at the business model, the CEO, and what they're doing and the profits they just made. Remember, I spoke about other companies as well. I spoke about SoFi. I spoke about Lemonade, ChargePoint. Give ChargePoint time. You guys will see what happened. I also had a video out called Marijuana Millionaire. It didn't get much views at all. And I spoke about Aurora Cannabis especially. Yesterday, after the market closed, Aurora Cannabis put out their reports where they broke even for the first time. I told you guys, the CEO, his name is Miguel Martin, that this guy is a genius, just like William Lee, just like Ganesh Ayer, just like Anthony Noto of SoFi. He is a genius. And he said he was going to make this company profitable, and I knew he would. They're not just doing medical marijuana, they're doing recreational, they're doing hemp, they're vegetable farming. This guy is doing everything that it takes to make the company profitable. They just entered the Brazilian market. He said that we will not need America to federally legalize marijuana for us to become profitable, while the other Canadian giants probably will have to wait for America to legalize it. Because medical marijuana is being legalized in a lot of countries before they legalize recreational. And he said he truly believed the same thing will happen in America. This is why I hold over 10,000 shares of that company. I'm telling you guys, when the trolls and the trolls were bashing Aurora Cannabis too. What happened now? What happened to the trolls now? So I'm telling you, next year, Aurora, I truly believe what the CEO said. Now we broke even. He said they only owe $15 million more. They've been paying off all their debt, and they're going to pay that off next year, and we're going to be profitable. And by the time medical marijuana becomes federally legal here, or they pass the Banking Act next year, and cross-border transactions, keep your eyes on the marijuana industry too, guys, okay? I also told you guys to keep your eyes on crypto, because BlackRock and Cathie Wood and other people filed for an ETF, and the governing body in charge of regulating that looks like they're about to allow it to happen. So I hope you guys found this video informational. I hope you guys appreciate the fact that I'm doing this research for you all and went and look up Ganesh Ayer. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. It'll help encourage me to take my time out to do these videos for you guys. If you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because we have the warrior mindset in this channel. We get rich or we die trying, guys.